Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
Welcome back to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is the Fast and Furious podcast where we watch 1 minute of a Fast and Furious movie and talk about it.
And this is Season 4, Episode 70, which happens to be after Episode 69.
Nice.
And it's a slow one.
It is a little bit slower, but we get our healing conversation between...
Oh, yeah. It's like you knew this was coming.
It had all the feels. It was like ready to come.
You predicted this from the moment you saw the NSX. But you're just judging by like the timeline of the video. Like there needed to be some redemption between Brian and everybody else. Anyhow, if you remember, there was a box with Letty's name on it. Dom gets the courage to take the lid off. And what does he pull out of that box?
Do you think, honestly, okay, so we're not sure where they're at, why they're here, why this box is here.
Yeah.
But has he looked in this box before? Is this like a thing that he does as he comes back to this box, opens it? Or is it like, this is the first time he's seen this in...
Nah. Yeah, this is his box.
All right.
This is like his memoirs of Letty. That's what I think. He has this box. He put a bunch of his keepsakes, and it's hard for him to look at it. But when the time is right, maybe like after he has a near-death experience, he's like, I'm going to look at this box.
Yeah.
So he pulls out a picture frame.
Yeah.
Like, what else
Do we
is
recognize it?
In that box?
I mean...
Wait, pause for a second. So we just still don't know where they are, but he's definitely in some type of room.
This is a room. This is a room inside of the house.
Yeah, and there's a lot of metal shelves on the wall. A lot of papers.
Yeah.
Books and papers, like documents, it seems. What is this place? There's a lamp. So you get like in a mug, a coffee mug.
Yeah.
So it reminds you of like the extra room in an old person's house. You know, like that they don't use. They just put junk in it. But the whole place is like that. So I don't understand. Like if this was Dom's, it should be pretty... like there shouldn't be much in it.
Oh, there shouldn't be much in it?
No.
Oh, right.
Because like he can't move all his stuff there.
Yeah,
if this was like a hideout.
Yeah, somebody was storing stuff here, right?
Could it be like the office for the oil rig that's right there drilling?
Oh.
And they're just crashing in it?
It's like a... but why is this box here?
Yeah, he brought the box with him. I don't know. That part doesn't make sense.
All right, so he pulls a picture out. We didn't really get a good look at it earlier, but now we get a good look at it.
It's from the first movie. It's Dom and Letty.
Oh, whoops.
It's Letty sitting on Dom's lap as they're eating some dried chicken.
Is it actually a scene from the first movie?
Isn't that the meal when Vince shows back up to them to eat? That's what it looked like to me.
Is that the one?
That outdoor meal they're having?
Yeah, it looks like that setting. Because there's Vince. We see Vince.
And that's Jesse. Jesse made it back there. Into the... Does he know he's in the fourth movie? He should be asking for some... we have to let him know. Screenshot this. We'll tag him on Instagram. Can you screenshot that?
I think so.
Be like, hey, Jesse, you getting your royalties? Because you are in the fourth movie.
Which one is this?
Does he make any appearances in any movies?
No.
Like flashbacks or anything?
I don't think so.
Huh.
This is the only way I know how to do this.
All right, we're in Paint program now. Paint is really useful for that. Like, I don't know what else to do this in.
Right.
But in Paint, I can save this as any type of file format. You saved it as a PNG, though.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's smaller than JPEG.
Oh. Great for small images.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So he's looking at this picture. Yeah, I guess it's from that scene. I just didn't remember that exact screenshot from the first movie, but
it might be made up.
Could have been from a deleted scene.
Yeah. So camera change. Now we're in the other room with Brian and Mia, and in the background,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
We have file cabinets, stacks of papers, and cans of gasoline sitting on top of the papers, which is just a weird place to put gasoline.
Yeah.
Even have cans of gas inside. Doesn't make it... Wait, pause. Doesn't make it seem like a living space. Now, we get another camera shot now pointed at Mia, and we get Campbell soup cans in the background.
Yeah, is that like a skimboard as well, or a surfboard?
Oh, yeah.
And a funnel.
There's a funnel on top of the cabinet, but that does look like a surfboard.
And this is some sort of article, because this is like the
Newspaper
ignition coils, no, like fuel injectors, a fuel rail here, right? That's what that is.
So there might be in like a garage.
Yeah, maybe.
There's an old style clip-on lamp back there. Huh. See what else we see as this goes. But
So Brian says to Mia, "You asked me why I let Dom go."
yeah.
He's talking about in the first movie.
When did she ask him that?
Earlier in this movie,
Oh, was it at the diner?
Stasiak takes Mia, and then he goes in and takes Mia from Stasiak and takes her out to the diner. Yeah.
And it's not good. He's
Right.
like trying to mend it, and she's like not having it.
Right.
Right.
And
He answered and was like, I don't know. He was playing all victim.
Right.
But he's had time to think about it.
Yeah.
He said, I think it's because I respected him more than I did myself. So still playing the victim.
What in that moment? He said in that moment. Like, what about that moment made him respect Dom more?
Yeah, this was...
Dom
they just
lost the race.
Yeah, he beat Dom. Dom wrecked his car.
Right. How can you have respect for somebody who you beat in a race? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But apparently Dom didn't have much respect for Brian. So maybe Dom was more respectable.
He said, he goes on to say, one thing I did learn from Dom is that you need to have a code.
Yeah. Is this like a code of conduct?
Like a moral compass?
Yeah.
Like a
rules you live by.
Yeah, code that you live by. Yeah.
And Dom has that, I guess. I guess he does. He's like
family over everything.
Corona,
cars.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they were all C.
Yeah.
Cousins. Corona, cars.
Yeah.
Family, fun, and
focus.
Mia,
she's
smiles.
not buying it.
You don't think so?
Look at that squinty eye. It's just where you paused it during a blink.
So she's like, okay.
No, she's not buying it. She says, "What's your code, Brian?" She doesn't say it like that.
Well, because Brian has been a big flip flopper.
How did she say it? Say it in her voice. Her tone.
Her tone. I can use my voice.
Yeah, but her tone.
I don't remember. What's your code, Brian?
Oh, that's very skeptical. So it's not, what's your code, Brian?
Should we back it up and see?
Where she really wants to know his code.
She's like,
what's
okay.
your code?
What's your code?
What's your code?
What's your code, Brian?
What's your code, Brian?
All right, let's see if we can hear it here.
What's your code, Brian? Is this coming through on our podcast?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, everybody. You can't hear this.
Oh, we're rewatching it. Oh, it's okay. She said, and what? It's like she's reading it.
It's like she read
says
it
like this.
and then memorized it.
And what's your code, Brian?
Yeah, that was good.
But she like purses her lips.
What's your code, Brian?
And what's your code, Brian? Purses her lips a little like she's falling for him again. Slight smile. She's like,
I think it all hangs on his answer. It all hangs on his answer.
And what does he say?
He said,
well, the minute ends. We don't know. We're not going to find out.
Yeah, we'll never know until next week. So you're getting all tangled up there.
Yeah, this cord, my headphone cord is literally 10 feet long. Why am I not just directly plugged in? Then it's too short?
Yeah, then I feel like you would feel like you are too tethered.
I got a 5-foot extension here. I can go anywhere I want in this room. 5-foot extension on top of my 10-foot cord.
Right. Yeah, and that's how minute 70 ends. Brian left with this looming question. What is your code? Do you have a code, Jason?
He could just be playing her. I'm working on it. I'm not sure yet.
That's a great answer. Wow.
I'm trying to figure that out.
What are the things that make up a code, someone's code? Like, it has to be like one mantra, like this and this. Like, this is my code. Live fast, die young.
I feel like I don't love. Like, I don't find myself attracted to the personality that has a code.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That like person that's like, this is how I do it, and this is the only way I do it. Like, because there are people like that, and I feel like I enjoy more a little freedom of code.
And it also feels like they're not
free code, open code,
open source code.
Open source code.
That's why you like blockchain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you cut yourself off, and like it's like so single minded. It's like you couldn't convince them like, nope, this is how it is. This is how I live my life.
And you can't possibly
make decisions and you don't look back.
Yeah, you can't know everything you're gonna encounter. So it's like a control thing. I feel like if you're like, do things this way. Yeah, but what about in this scenario that might not actually be the best way to do it?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So my code is no code. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. You work on it. Your homework is to come back with a code.
Episode.
And whatever that code is, you have to live by for the rest of your life. I'm sorry to say.
Oh. You can't change the code. Yeah.
Right. Maybe once you're at Dom's age, you can have
change your code like once a year, right?
At least.
I mean, my bank makes me do it.
You ever use
running out of codes?
I ran out of special characters. Did you ever use the like Apple or Google like we recommend this password and it's like a bunch of jumbled letters, numbers, and special characters? I'm like, no, I need something I can remember because at some point my phone's gonna get reset and nothing else I have is gonna know what this password is.
Right.
Yeah. So I keep it on a folder in my computer named passwords.
I can say I'm like uncomfortable talking too much. I think the password conversation is pretty funny to talk about.
Right.
But it's not a good one to have on a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Well, so here's my method. I take
what I do is it's like people oh shoot.
I always use
it was like street interviews and people were trying to like figure out people's like passwords to stuff. And they're like asking them like where they went to school and what was their favorite teacher's name at that school and like if you have any pets and what pets did you have and what were their names, and like people are just like freely answering these questions and with that information they're able to access accounts and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So what was your favorite pet's name?
Oh, favorite pet, Roger.
Wow. Rabbit?
That's a good idea for a password. I have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because I always run out like on the spot. Like,
especially for my bank account. My
dumb bank account makes me change the password almost every time I log in. I can't even click the eyeball to see if I typed it incorrect.
Oh, really? So you don't know what it... Yeah, that's bothersome. I wouldn't use that bank if I were you.
And you get zero...
What bank is it?
Every time you try it, if you try, you'll never get in. Because if you guess it wrong one time, it locks the account and I have to call customer service.
Oh, my goodness.
No joke. You have to call them, give them like all this private information, and then they unlock it and you have to reset it and you can't use an old password. If you spell it wrong one time. Or if you log in from a new device, it'll do it.
Oh, you ever seen that meme where it's like you type in your password and it says incorrect password, and then you type it in again and it says incorrect password. So you change your password to what you've been trying to use and it says you cannot use a password you've already
used.
That
actually happens a lot because when you go to make the new password, then it gives you the guidelines. Right. And when you see the guidelines, you're like, oh, I'm going to use this one.
Right.
Because I need this many characters and you have to have this many capitals and this. I'm like, oh, I'll use this one. And then they're like, oh, you used that already.
Right. Yeah. Man. Anyways, so that's our passwords in case you need to log in.
Log in.
I mean, if you're the owner of the bank account and you can't even log in, there's not much fear for anybody else.
Yeah, that's true. Is there still time to sign up for our no pay
November?
It's not no pay.
It's just it's free stuff.
No shirt November. If you have no shirt, you can join our Patreon.
There it is.
Give you a shirt. No shirt November.
Yeah. So if you don't have a shirt to wear, that's probably okay. But if you want one, sign up for a Patreon, any tier.
Oh, it's definitely still November right now.
And it is for sure. Yeah. And here, I'll change it here. If you're watching YouTube, you can see what shirt we're giving away. If you sign up for the Patreon,
you can choose regular or classic fit. and your size.
Yeah.
Actually, if you go the top tier, we'll give you the vintage watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Lucky.
But bottom tier Patreon, you still get that shirt.
Yeah. Everybody gets the shirt. So go over there. Patreon.com/GrannyShiftPod. Sign up. We'd love to get to know you more. You can get into our Discord and lots of other fun things. So
that's it for us. If you want to write us, you can reach us at 463-4BC.
Colorado Springs, Colorado 80995. Or in Canada, that's Focus on the Family. Don't write to them.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Adventures in Odyssey.
What was the name of that?
Mennonite Jokes.
Oh, we'll talk about it later. Thanks for listening.
On
I'm Ryan.
Discord. I'm Jason.
Yeah, let's talk about it on the Discord. Always remember.
Winning's winning.